Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. Today we're going to be doing my monthly makeup reviews for September. I cannot believe September is already over. The end of the year is fast approaching, and this mama who's due at the end of December is not ready for it. If you're new to my makeup monthly reviews, basically instead of having monthly favorites or monthly fails, I am sharing with you my monthly reviews. So these are a lot of the products that I tried repeatedly enough to get somewhat of an opinion on it, and they're either a favorite that they worked really well for me, they didn't work so well and are a fail, or they're just okay products that weren't a fail but weren't a favorite either. They were just so-so products that I just feel very so-so about it. So that's the way I kind of categorize and break down these makeup monthly reviews. I do want to point you over to Samantha March's channel. I always have her link down below because she did start this series first on her channel, so I always want to make sure I give her a little shout out in my videos. But yeah, with all that said, let's just dive right into the reviews. All right, so I'm going to be going in no particular order here, just grabbing. I've written down a list of everything that I've been trying this month. So let's just dive right in. I do want to touch on the Smashbox contour palette. This is not new. This palette right here is new to my collection. I did receive their little holiday travel set size with this formula in it, but it was a much smaller. I received that last year. Loved it, been using it, but they recently sent me their full size and I was so excited. I put it in my collection and I've just been reaching for it and I love it. The formula is very buttery smooth. The tones and the coloring work perfectly, all three for my skin tone. I have no issues blending. And it's just a staple go-to palette that I can reach for, and I know each shade works for me, and 1, 2, 3 done. Also a favorite of mine this month are the Stila Magnificent Metals. Originally I had gotten this one and I started using it in the beginning of September. Loved it, and then Stila came out with their holiday set. It was a 3-in-1, and so I grabbed those to get some new shades. And I didn't realize at the time that the little holiday set had the same shade that I had already bought. And so I've set that aside to include in a future giveaway. But these are the 3 shades I own. I have Kitten Karma, Smoky Storm, and Diamond Dust. And Diamond Dust is what's on my eyes today. I've really been loving these. They just... You guys know I'm a big matte eyeshadow person. I love matte eyes, but something about just throwing some glitter on and then just the sparkle, it's a lot of fun to play around with. Now I will say that you do have to be careful, and I cannot use these without having a glitter glue underneath them because they will fall onto my face and transfer all over the place. And I do notice that I have to be careful to keep them kind of below my crease so that it doesn't transfer into my crease too much throughout the day. But besides that, I mean, as long as you use a glitter glue and are careful when you place these, they pretty much stay put and you don't have to bother or mess with them or worry about them getting anywhere all day, which I think is phenomenal. So I definitely had to give a shout out to these Magnificent Metals from Stila. So on the heels of talking about those glitters, I do want to point out the NYX Glitter Primer, and this is what I've been using to keep the glitter from falling on my face throughout the day. And it works very well, but this is in my okay category because it burns a little. Like, it's nothing bad. I wouldn't put it on my eyes if they were burning all the time, but when I initially put it on and it's like drying down onto my skin, it stings a little. It has like a little burning sensation, and that just bothers me. And if I'm not, I have to be very careful not to get it in my, like near my inner corner, because you guys know I have very watery eyes, and if I do, then just my eyes are going to be watering for so long after I do my eyes and just ruin my eye look. So I have to be very careful when using this primer. It does work, but I prefer a glitter primer that didn't burn my eyes. So if you guys have any recommendations, I mean, I know the Too Faced glitter glue is like the most well-known when it comes to glitter glues. I haven't tried it, but let me know if it's worth the extra money to not have it burning your eyes. Okay, so let's talk about some eyeliners. One that was in a fail category for me is the Essence SuperFine Eyeliner Pen in the waterproof version. And the tip, as you can see, is extremely long and fine. So it just looked like it would be really nice. And it does give you a nice black line, but the tip is extremely flimsy. I'm someone who I build up to get the wing that I want. So I kind of start small, and then I, make the tail wing longer, and then I, slowly connect it. And I find that as I'm doing that process, the tip of this dries out, and I kind of have to like swirl it around on my finger to get the product back down and kind of into the pen so that I continue to use it. and it's just a pain. I don't have time for that. There's other eyeliners in my life that I don't have to do that with, so I just prefer them. So in contrast to the Essence liner that just does not work for me as much as I'd like it to for doing a wing, this NYX matte liquid liner is phenomenal. Like, it is fantastic. Now, I typically don't like the little, kind of like almost an inkwell you have to dip in with the pen and get product. I typically don't like that because I feel like I don't have as much control. But something about this NYX one, I feel like I have a lot more control. I don't know, but something about this, I really don't find that hard. I do, when I bring it up, I kind of wipe off each edge just to make sure there's not too much product. But I used it on to get my eyeliner today, and it is like very, very black, very, very matte. It dries very quickly, so you don't have to worry about like opening your eyes and it transferring everywhere. And it stays on all day. It does a fantastic job. But yeah, this NYX liner was definitely a favorite this month, and I highly recommend it. All right, let's talk about a sponge. Jessie's Girl Cosmetics recently sent me their new sponge, which I was really excited to try. For comparison, here's the size of this. I know it's dirty. I just used it the other day. This is the Real Techniques blending sponge. I think it's called their Miracle Complexion Sponge. And this is my beauty blender. So it's a bit larger, but kind of pretty comparable in size to the Real Techniques and the same style and design. But I will say that when I wet this, I feel like it gets a good bit bigger than this. And I did have a couple times where I went and wet it and came back and I had too much water in there, and I could tell that it was affecting the way my foundation was applying. So I do notice, as compared to the Real Techniques or even the Beauty Blender, I really have to concentrate on squeezing the water out because it really likes to hold on to the water. So I would say I still prefer this, and then definitely my Beauty Blender over this one, but it is a good sponge. I'm not sure about the price, but if it was cheaper, I can understand, you know, getting this again to save some money. It does the job well. You just have to be a little more conscious of squeezing that water out really well, as in comparison to this, and don't mind it being a little bit bigger on your face. But all that to say, it's an okay product, and it's fine. I will continue to use it. I love using sponges to apply my foundation. I feel like it gives me just the most beautiful finish to my complexion. So I'll continue to use it, but it was just okay for me. So this is not new to my collection, and it is the Sigma Powder Sweep F06 brush. This isn't new. I've had it for a while. I've been using it, but I reached for it several times this month and just noticed that I didn't like it. So this is a fail for me. I think the reason I didn't like it is because the tips are not tapered on the side, so you really have to make sure when you go to apply your highlight, you kind of like stamp it on your skin like this and apply. And I feel like with that, sorry, getting hair everywhere. I feel like doing it that way, it makes it more of a streak, whereas my preferred preference is a more tapered brush or even a fan brush, and I can kind of sweep and blend my highlight in at the same time. So maybe this is for people who do and just want that hard stripe. I don't know, even with just striping, I feel like it just doesn't apply the product as nicely as like my fan brush. I don't know what it is about this brush, but for me, I just noticed this month it's a fail, and we'll probably end up decluttering this out of my collection fairly soon because I don't like it. I haven't been playing with too many new ones except for this Makeup Forever Artist 3 eyeshadow palette. I really don't know what the name of this is. I feel like it has a name. I got this on sale at Sephora. I think it's pretty much always on sale at Sephora now. It's really pretty colors that attracted me because they were pretty unique, I feel like, from what I have in my collection. So that's why I purchased it months and months ago, but I just now like this past month tried it out for the first time. And I haven't even tried all of these products, so stay tuned. I might bring this back and mention again in next month's monthly makeup review if I've been able to try the rest of them. But this month I tried this shadow, these two, and this shadow. And this and this, these two were beautiful on the lid. I thought they were very nice. This one I had to build up a little bit, but it still got me the finish I wanted without too much work. This yellow was a total dud. Like, it was such a disappointment. It was like, I think you can even tell, there's hardly anything that shows up. And when you use a brush, you use your finger, you use your finger wet, brush wet, there's almost no color, no yellow that shows up. And this palette is full of like shimmer shades, and this looks more like a satin. It's just a really it's just such a disappointing shadow. So out of the 5 shadows that I tried this past month, I really only was really impressed with these 2. And I was just so disappointed with this. This was a very pretty, inner corner highlight, and this was nice, but that was such a bummer. So this is a so palette for me for this month. I wasn't too shocked by this, especially for this being Makeup Forever. Now, this is my first time trying Makeup Forever eyeshadows, but I was just expecting a lot more. I need to try these and, the 2 on the either side to give it a fair review, and I do want to try to use them during the month of October, so stay tuned. Maybe I'll change my mind, but I can definitely tell you, if you were wanting this palette for the yellow to add to your collection like I was, don't even bother. Okay, we're kind of totally going and deviating away from beauty, but it's still body care, skincare. I want to mention the Jergens Wet Skin Moisturizer. With the pregnancy and just feeling so sick this summer, I really stopped caring for my body care and body moisturizer. But about a month or maybe even 2 months ago, I saw this and I was like, I should put that in my shower because I feel like I would remember better before I stepped out of the shower to just slather up with some body lotion while I'm still wet and then just pat off and go about my day. Because that was the biggest struggle for me. After I spend 20, 30 minutes in the shower, I would just not want to sit in my bathroom for another 10 minutes slathering up and then waiting for it to dry before I could put my pajamas on and go to sleep. So I just found that I was skipping body moisturizer altogether, which isn't that good. Your body needs moisture. So I threw it in there. I've been using it every time I take a shower. It's been fantastic. And the beautiful thing about this moisturizer is that you put it on wet, you pat your skin dry, you get dressed, you don't really have to wait. I feel like I can get out of the shower and go pat off after I've applied this. I pat off and do deodorant, do my skincare, and then I get dressed and I'm gone. I don't have to wait and sit there and wait for this really rich moisturizing lotion to seep into my skin before I can put clothes on, because I hate putting clothes on over greasy moisturizer. Anyway, but then I noticed this days after I've applied it, and I could still feel the moisture from this on my skin. My skin still felt smooth, still felt really moisturized, same for my legs. At this point, I'm getting very long-winded. All that to say, this is a favorite of mine this month. I highly recommend it, and if you're a busy mom like me, I recommend it even more as a time saver, just to be able to moisturize your body and get going with your day and not having to sit there. You already heard my spiel. I highly recommend this. Okay, lip products. I want to talk about a couple lip products, and actually they're all the lip products that I got in my Sephora favorites. Give me some more nude lip kit. I'll leave it up in the cards if you missed that little video where I tried on all the lip products. I wanted to talk about 4, but I can only find 2. So, I mean, that tells you that I'm actually using it because I think it's down in my purse. So the first one is the Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Cream C211. It's what I have on my lips. I do have a lip gloss topped over it to give it a little more shine, but it's the color you see on my lips. It's extremely creamy to apply. It looks really pretty. I feel like it's been going with all of my fall looks this past month. As I'm getting into fall, I'm really reaching for those darker lips, and this is just a beautiful one and lasts really nicely on the lips. Feels great. No complaints. I've been reaching for it a lot. And then over top, this really surprised me because this is a Buxom's, I think, lip cream in Dolly. Full-on lip cream. And I even said it in my first impression try-on where I received this, that I'm not a big lip gloss person, so I didn't think I would get much use out of this. But I threw it in my purse and I've been reaching for it a lot. And I think the biggest reason that I remember to reach for this product over a lipstick when I'm out and about is because I love how this feels on my lips. I love the minty, just refreshing feel it gives my lips. And if you don't like, any kind of tingling on your lips, you won't like this. It's not painful whatsoever. It feels like a mint, like mintiness on your lips. I don't know how else to explain it. It doesn't really give you any color, at least for me. When I apply it, it looks like my lips color, except it has a little bit of a shine to it, and it gives me that minty feel that I love. And I've just noticed that I've been reaching for this a lot, especially on the days when I'm running errands and I don't have any makeup on. It's nice to put this on because I don't look weird having lipstick on and nothing else, but it gives a little shine, a little health to my lips, so I feel a little more put together. And then as I said a million times, I like how it feels on my lips. So this has definitely been a favorite this month. Then the other two that I don't have with me, and I'm really sorry that I don't, but one was the Tarte Color Splash lipstick. I cannot remember the name. I will put it down here, but I've been wearing that a lot. It's a gorgeous nude. It is like the true nude out of the whole Sephora Give Me More lip kit. It is nude and it is beautiful. It feels amazing on the lips. It glides on so easily, stays pretty well. I mean, you know, these are all just regular lipsticks, so when you eat, they're gonna come off, but just, you know, going about your day talking and stuff, it holds up really well, and I really enjoyed wearing it. And then last up is the Bite Multi-Stick in Brioche. Again, I'll put it right here. I don't remember what it's called, but I've been wearing that a lot too, and that is like more of a deeper kind of nude, and I really like deeper nudes. I like that it's very matte looking on the lips, and because of the consistency and the fact that you can like use it on your face too, and it's supposed to dry and set, I feel like it dries and sets on my lips too. And not like a liquid lipstick where it's like very drying, but it sets, and like I could touch it lightly and it doesn't really transfer too much. So it is a more unique lipstick type of product, and I've really been enjoying it. And that wraps up my Makeup Monthly reviews for September. Whew, I feel like I had a lot of products to run through, both good, bad, and just so-so, but I was excited to try a bunch of new products this past month and bring to you kind of what stood out the most. So I hope you enjoyed hearing my I try to be quick little spiels on each product, and let me know if we shared any favorites or fails or just okay products this month. I'd love to hear your opinion on these products and how it works for you, your lifestyle, and your skin and stuff like that. Definitely let me know down below. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this wasn't too long, but with all that said, I will be seeing you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.